Okay, hey, what's up guys? So I'm trying to film this again. I've filmed one version of it already, well technically two, and I'm just not good at sit down videos anymore. Like I've lost it. That's what I used to do, and now that I've become a vlogger, I have no idea how to do this anymore. But I want to keep putting out content that you guys want to see. So here I am. I'm answering the most frequently asked questions that I've been getting. Bear with me. I'm going to try and keep this short and sweet because I personally don't like sitting through long Q&As. Let's get started. Shall we? I'm going to start with Allie. She asked, did you expect your channel to grow this fast? What are your goals for my channel for the future? No, I had no idea this was going to happen. I've been doing YouTube for like 2 years now, and the fact that it's grown this much is insane. Oh my god, I didn't even introduce myself. Hey guys, so rewind. Okay, so I'm Rachel. A lot of you are new here. This is me. Hi, I'm a first-year medical student. If you aren't already subscribed, be sure to subscribe. And I can't believe I'm about to say this, but hit the bell notification if you want to be notified every time that I post. And then if you're not following me on Instagram, be sure to follow me there. It's at Rachel Southard. And yeah, let's get started with today's video. Mitali Happy asked, how many hours roughly are you able to study on a daily basis? Technically, I study from 8 a.m. to 2 a.m. My sleep schedule has completely changed. Do I study that entire time straight? Absolutely not. I go to the gym, I have to eat, sometimes I have lab. So if you take out the chunk of time in the day that I'm actually like hardcore studying, it's like 7 to 8 hours a day, but technically I study the entire day. Even when I go to the gym, for the most part, I'm choosing to study at the gym as well. I don't mind doing that. I enjoy it. It's just going to the gym is for my own health, but then also just because I need to get out of my room because I'm just cooped up here the entire day sitting in this chair. That leads me to the next question. The Joker asked, how do you maintain focus, concentration to study for hours on end? After an hour or so I burn out. This is very common, and it's normal. Something that I've recommended to people that has actually worked, and they've told me that, yeah, like it freaking works. And so I'm going to share it with you guys, and I think this is what it's called. It's called the Pomodoro technique. Say I study for 25 minutes solid, straight, no interruptions, no distractions. Then I reward myself with a 10 or 15 minute break. So that way of studying is way more efficient versus trying to study for like 2 hours straight. I do recommend doing that if you're having trouble with endurance. It's also a matter of like, what is actually the root of my distractions? Is it my phone? Is it social media? So what I'm actually doing lately is that the material has been so heavy in school that I will turn my phone off completely when I need to like really grind and get down and learn stuff. And then also this also leads me to what you're putting in your body is going to affect your performance, right? What I'm putting into my body, I will eat junk food from time to time just because sometimes we need that, and that's okay. You know, what are you putting in your body? Are you drinking enough water? Are you personally, are you caffeinated? I drink a lot of coffee in the day, which is not good, and I'm trying to wean off of it slowly. Coincidentally, really great timing, the brand Teamy reached out to me. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with the brand. It's pretty popular. A lot of celebrities endorse this brand. So I was kind of skeptical when they reached out to me because, you know, celebrities, like when they endorse a product, they don't necessarily, I doubt that they actually tried it themselves. When I talked to one of the brand reps, I was just saying like, I don't want to endorse this brand if I, you know, don't feel like it actually benefited me at all. However, I actually really did enjoy it. So they do have a lot of blends, and I know that they're known for like their skinny blends for metabolism boosting and stuff like that, but I chose the Focus blend, obviously just because I'm a student and I need all of this that I can get. So yeah, I've been drinking this in the evening. It doesn't affect me going to sleep, which is nice. It doesn't like keep me up. It does give me a nice boost of energy, and also surprisingly, it's really refreshing. I live in Southern California where it's blazing saddles, and you know, who wants to drink hot tea, which by the way, you can also make it iced if you want, but I've been drinking it hot and it's still refreshing and really flavorful. So they sent me that along with the tumblers to, you know, steep the tea. They provided me with the code, it's RSouth15 for 15% off of any order. Like I said, I wouldn't be sharing this with you guys if I didn't actually enjoy it or think that there are any benefits from it. So yeah, really cool. Moving forward, so Jessie L asked, what specialty am I going for? Medical school and specialties are like Costco samples. You want to try all of them before you know which one you're actually going to go with. They all can look really good, but you don't really know if they're good until you try it. So with that being said, I am keeping an open mind, obviously, but I'm interested in emergency medicine, general surgery, and trauma surgery. They're very different specialties, obviously, but they're fascinating to me. Raul Herrero asked, how do you deal with all the sitting from studying? It's hard. I end up turning my desk into like a standing desk at certain points in time, just because you cannot sit on your butt for that long. And then listening to your body. Like, this is like a common concept that I'm going to keep coming back to, is just listen to your body. If you need to stand up, then stand up. If you need to go on a walk, go on a walk. A lot of times I pace my room and study while walking around, and it actually helps me retain information better. That's also partially why I go to the gym and go on the treadmill or Stairmaster to study, because it's just encodes better. And I think there are studies about that. Don't quote me on it, but I'm pretty sure you do retain information and learn better when you're doing activity like that. And that leads me to another question. Pumpkin Productivity asked, what do you do to retain information? The things that I've noticed that are most important to retain information is writing it, seeing it, hearing it, and saying it. You're watching your lecture, right? So you're watching it, you're hearing it from somebody else. You're getting that information in. You're getting some sort of audio in. Writing it, when you're writing notes, writing high yield stuff. Typing notes is a little less effective. A handwritten is better, but for the sake of time, and if there's a lot of information, it's not always the most efficient way to study. And then speaking it. So what I do is talk to myself. It's kind of weird, but it really works. So if you're able to explain to yourself a concept out loud, you're not only like conceptualizing and condensing the information in a way that you can say it, but you're saying it, which means that you're understanding it, but you're also listening to yourself say the information, which is just like a whole nother level of trying to encode the information into your brain and understand it. I do it at the gym. Who cares? Like, it benefits me. I don't care if I look crazy. It helps. It seriously helps. Try talking to yourself. Explain stuff to yourself. Alexis Holiday asked, how do you remember everything? It's not necessarily a matter of memorization. Some things, yes, you do have to remember, like anatomy and, you know, terms like that. In medical school, at least, there's so much information that you literally...
There's no recent or upcoming games for that team at this time.
She really did that. So that's why it's really important to actually understand the concepts. You build off of them, and then it ends up just being this complete puzzle, you know? It's hard to explain, but that's don't memorize. Try to learn it as best as you can, especially in undergrad. If you're like memorizing stuff that you're gonna need in medical school, don't do that, because then you're just wasting your time. Like, learn the stuff, really get a good foundation of it in undergrad, because you're gonna see a lot of it in medical school too, like the baby stuff. Lindsay Richardson asked, how did you choose the medical school you attend now? I don't think it's a secret anymore where I go, but for privacy purposes, I'm still not gonna just say it out loud. You guys can totally see where I go because the logos randomly in the videos. And this school has good statistics, and I knew that they would set me up for success, especially for the boards and for residency placement, like the matching for residency. Nicola Gadsden asked, can you please explain how much free time you have, even if it varies? It does vary, sad to say, just because it depends on the load of the week and then where your exams are falling. So yeah, so like my free time is going to the gym and filming and editing YouTube videos. You guys see that I'm not really around a lot of people, and that leads me to a question that somebody had asked, like what my personality type is. I think I'm really introverted, but then I also have some extroverted characteristics. I will come out of my shell if someone like rips me out of it, but for the most part, I'm like really content with my own company, and I don't mind being alone all day. So it's not that I don't want to be around people. I do love people, and we need people. We need people who say that they don't need anybody. They're lying, because the biggest form of punishment in the United States is solitary confinement. Being alone. It just shows how important it is to be around people. Yeah, free time, it just depends. And I hate to give you that answer, but it just depends. Yasmin Porter asked, I've seen a lot of YouTubers say that when you're in medical school, you'll miss family things, stuff like that. Yes, it's kind of sad, but yes, life still happens. And I've said this in my videos before, because I've had to deal with personal stuff while in medical school. And yeah, life still happens regardless of what you're doing. Life doesn't care what you're doing. Life didn't ask you what you're doing or if it's a good time for this to happen. It still happens, and special events happen. You just come to terms with it. Literally, medical students are in their own world. We're in our own universe, in our own atmosphere. We have zero idea what's happening outside of the scope of what we're doing. And it's just like, we have no clue. And there's really no time for us to focus on what anyone else is doing, because that's a distraction. And then we're not able to like focus on what we're doing. So we just have no idea. We go outside and see society and we're like, yeah, okay. They're still doing their thing. And we come back in our shell, in our rooms, and we study. Think about your why. Why are you doing it? Anna Soto asked why DO and not MD. I have a whole video on that. I will link it in a card up here somewhere on why I chose DO instead of MD. Jalen Mouse asked, do you think that your undergraduate education prepared you well for medical school? It kind of, no. I think the only class that I can honestly say prepared me well was biochemistry. Some anatomy and physiology, yes. Biochemistry, and it's really because I really enjoyed biochemistry. So I invested so much time and effort into doing that, into learning it. So it ended up sticking with me, and it carried through to where I am now, and I'm seeing that material again, and it's coming back quicker. It's at just such another level, this curriculum. No matter what you do in undergrad, it's real rough. So try and learn the concepts now. That comes back to not memorizing everything and actually trying to learn it and conceptualize it, because you're gonna see it again, but it's gonna be like on steroids. The last actual screenshotted comment I'm gonna talk about is from Delia Bennett. I'm sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. I see her comment on my stuff all the time. She's so freaking sweet. So hey, if you're watching this, how many modules or subjects are you taking right now? Medical school curriculum is like way different than undergraduate. You don't get to choose your classes. Medical school just goes like, this is what you're taking. Here, take it. And you're like, okay, and you're just slammed, and it's the most random. It's not random, it all ties together, and they tie it together really well. This school does a really good job at tying it together, even though it seems like, what the heck are we doing? Why are we learning this? We were learning about this yesterday and now we're learning about this. They tie it together really well. I don't know, it's just kind of random, but it's not random. It makes sense in the end, in the big picture. But then like, we don't even know what we're doing half the time anyways. We're just kind of like, okay, yeah, okay, and then we see the big picture, we're like, okay, yeah. It's just like a cycle of like, what the heck are we doing? Like, why are we doing this? Come on. It's crazy, but it's worth it. I swear it's worth it. I really enjoy it. You guys know that I'm enjoying where I'm at. A lot of you asked why I chose medicine. How did I know it was right for me? I majored in kinesiology in undergrad. I wanted to go into physical therapy, but then I asked myself, could I see myself practicing physical therapy for the rest of my life? Could I see myself being happy as a physical therapist? Not that there's anything wrong with it, it's just that it's not for me. And so like medicine, I was just like, yes, like absolutely. And so once you get to that point where it's like, could you see yourself doing anything else? And you say no, then that's the thing that you're supposed to do. And people would ask me like, what's your backup plan like if you don't get in? And it was never a matter of if I didn't get in. I knew that one way or another I would get to this point, whether it was then, like now, or whether I was 50 years old. I told people that if I didn't get into medical school, it's because I died. And that's like how bad I wanted this, and how bad I want this, and how hard I was willing to work to get to this point. I couldn't see myself doing anything else. And that's just what it came down to. I've been rambling for a while now. I've only really answered only a few questions, but like I said, I don't want this to be really long. I guess that's about it. I'm gonna wrap up this video just because I need to edit it. I need to get it up for you guys because I promised I would. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you learned something. Until next time, let me know what kind of videos you guys want to see from me. Take care of yourself, be kind to yourself, continue to work hard, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!